Alright, so boom, y'all. Part 2 of 5 things rap fans do that I can't stand. The title of this video is straightforward. I'm just going to talk about things I see music fans say or do, and I just shake my head every time it happens. But for this part 2 though, I thought I'd bring on a hip-hop YouTuber legend. If you recognize this intro, you a real one. If not, you missing out on one of the dopest hip-hop YouTubers that's ever been on this website. GB. I got my man's Gulley Boy to talk about annoying things that music listeners do. And you guys already know, Gulley is never afraid to share his opinion, so this is going to be a good one. And I know y'all not afraid to share y'all opinions on the songs I be promoting. So check out the song Why Y'all Hating by rapper and producer Spades the God, better known as All the Culture. Why y'all hating on me? Why y'all hating on me? I ain't do shit. I just sat here. I just sat here. Follow Spades the Guy on his social media and his YouTube channel, All the Culture, for more music from him. And you know what, y'all? Since Gulley is the special guest here, I'm gonna let him go first. Go ahead and start us off, Gulley.
If hip-hop should die before I wake, I put an extended clip and body them all day.
Now, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I used to be one of these people. I used to sit up there and say, man, real hip-hop is dead, man. Like, all this new stuff, trash. That boy Nas was right. Hip-hop is dead, bro. But even though I was like this, I still paid attention to the newer hip-hop that was appealing to me. Take my XXL 2016 Cypher Roast as an example. For all my OG subscribers, y'all most certainly remember this video. And for those of you who don't, basically I was saying that the newer rappers in this cypher were trash at the time. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, I still think that way. Except for Denzel Curry, he cool. But the rest of them boys, straight up trash. And as I was calling these brothers trash, I was saying all throughout the video that this is the reason why hip-hop is dead. But even though I was saying this, at the end of the video, I gave suggestions to newer artists that people might like if they don't want to hear what the mainstream is putting out there. I think 3 of the examples I gave were Smoke DZA, Afro, and Triz, in which I still bump all these brothers, by the way. So yeah, even though I was saying that the brothers in the XXL cypher were trash, I still gave examples of newer artists that I felt were better, which is all subjective at the end of the day. But the point I'm trying to make here is that hip-hop isn't dead, and it never was dead. And the reason why is because there are so many new artists coming out every single day that there is literally someone out there that can be appealing to you. You don't necessarily have to pay attention to what the mainstream is throwing out there. You just have to do a little bit of digging to find these artists. And if y'all haven't seen me on This Is a podcast, me and Amiri discussed this, and we both brought up the fact that many people that criticize new rap don't pay any attention to the rappers that appeal to them. Like, since the mainstream isn't pushing those artists, that automatically means that you can't listen to them. Since they don't have the clout, numbers, and popularity, then they're not worth listening to. And by that logic, I'm gonna say that the people that think like this, y'all are killing hip-hop, because that same energy that you use to complain about hip-hop being dead, you can use that same energy to go and actually search for newer artists that appeal to you. I mean, all it takes is a simple search on YouTube, type in underground rappers 2020, and there you go. I guarantee you a boatload of rappers is gonna pop up. It ain't that hard. So yeah, to all them people out there saying that today's rap isn't real hip-hop or hip-hop is dead, y'all might need to go and have to look in the mirror and reevaluate yourself, because the problem could just be you.
Now, what's your top 5 has got to be one of my least favorite questions in the conversation of hip-hop. And it's also the most judgmental question. So the question itself is simply asking, who do you think are the best 5 rappers in the history of hip-hop? And people ask this to gauge your knowledge or gauge your taste in the genre. Depending on the people that you list, the person who's asking will use your answers to determine whether or not they take your opinion seriously. There's 3 big reasons why I don't like this question. First reason is simply because there is no top 5. There is no correct answer to this question. There is no greatest rapper of all time. There isn't 5 greatest rappers of all time. So the question itself, well, what's your top 5? It's not like there's a right answer. Also, I'm gonna keep saying what's your top 5 in this voice because that's my impression of niggas who ask this. They ask it like they be doing something. The second reason is because, from what I already said, it's very judgmental. If you name 5 legendary rappers that are always regarded as the best, a person will respond by saying, oh, okay, this person knows his stuff. He listens to all the GOATs. He knows a lot about the genre. If you name a lot of new school artists, like if you put Lil Uzi, Future, or Young Thug in your top 5, people start talking shit and say, what? You got Young Thug in your top 5? Like, you don't know nothing about hip hop. And this is also where the ageist comments come in too. These young kids don't know nothing about the golden age of hip hop. They got Young Thug and Future in their top 5, but not Andre 3000 or Nas. To me personally, I don't see why, depending on the rapper you have in your list, that would determine whether or not someone takes your opinion seriously. Like, that's super judgmental in my opinion. If you name artists that they like, they gonna continue to have a conversation with you. But if you name somebody they don't like, they're gonna be like, oh, this person don't know nothing about hip hop. I don't know why I'm even wasting my time talking to them. The last reason why What's Your Top 5 is flawed is because people will name rappers they don't even listen to as their top 5 simply because it's an easy answer to the question. The most generic answer you can possibly give to this question is Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Eminem, and Jay-Z. You don't even have to listen to these 5 rappers' music. But if someone hits you with the top 5 question, you hit them with this list, and like I said, they'll immediately say, oh, okay, that's a dope top 5. You really know your stuff. And just to quickly reference something my man Gulley says all the time, stuff like this is why Tupac is one of the most overrated rappers ever. There are people out there who do not even listen to Tupac's music. But if you ask them, what's your top 5? Or who do you think is the greatest rapper ever? They will say Tupac because they know they don't have to go into detail or give a deeper explanation of why they picked him. It's an easy answer. So that's my entire rant about this. It's just such a stupid question because it's very judgmental and all you have to do is go by the mainstream answer and people will leave you alone.
Question, how did this develop? My car, my swagger, my chain. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, Amiri, bro. And this is the main reason I hate the top 5 question. Because every time I get my top 5, people always say that I have trash taste in music. And I honestly hate when rap fans say this to other people that listen to rap. Cause like the old saying goes, what's appealing to somebody else may not be appealing to you. Like this right here is a perfect example. You know how some people like sugar on their rice and other people like salt and pepper on their rice? Now I'm a salt and pepper type of brother. You know what I mean? And just because I like salt and pepper in my rice, don't mean I'm gonna sit up here and criticize people that put sugar on their rice. I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do. Go ahead and do it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I think putting sugar in rice and sugar in grits is weird. But that don't mean I'm gonna sit up here and just say you got trash tasting seasonings. Hold on. Is sugar a seasoning though? Let me go ahead and look this up right quick. Is sugar considered a seasoning? No. Sugar is not considered a spice. While sugar can be extracted from a plant, it is not actually a plant part and thus not a spice. So yeah, man, y'all seasoning y'all rice with sugars don't even make sense in the first place. But that's besides the point. I'm still not gonna criticize y'all for that and say that you got trash taste. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You feel me? Ain't gonna make no big debate about it. Like, it is what it is. But another reason why I don't like when people say that other people's taste in music is trash is when they don't actually listen to the artist that is in somebody's top 5 or top 10 or whatever. Like, how you gonna say that I got trash taste in music and you don't even listen to half of the artists that's in the list that I just gave you? Now, this right here is a perfect example. Here's my top 5 right here, just in case if y'all didn't know. My number 5 is Ghostface Killer, 4 is Sean Price, 3 K Reno, 2 Kool Keith, and number 1 Eshawn. Do you know that I always get people saying that my music taste is trash because I got a weirdo top 5? And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's only 2 weirdos in my top 5. Eshawn and Kool Keith. Sean Price, K Reno, and Ghostface Killer are not weirdo rappers. Like, what are you talking about? So, all in all, man, before you call somebody's music taste trash, at least know what you're talking about when it comes to the artist that that person listens to. Cause you might make yourself look dumb.
For me, another thing I can't stand seeing people do is bringing up old stuff that an artist did in their career when the conversation doesn't call for it. You guys ever seen an artist getting criticized for something they recently did and suddenly there's a whole wave of people who bring up shit the artist did 5, 10 plus years ago and they act like the artist's old accomplishments negates any of the criticisms? Now, typically these type of responses fall into 2 templates. Y'all acting like blank didn't blank, or y'all act like y'all wasn't bumping blank back in the day. Without even thinking hard about it, I can give y'all an easy example for each one. For the first one, let's use Eminem. Now, Eminem has been getting criticized for his newer music by a lot of people. His past 3 albums, Revival, Kamikaze, and Music to be Murdered by, there are a few people who will tell you just based on those 3 albums alone that Eminem fell off. He needs to hang it up and retire. He doesn't have the skill that he used to have. He ass. I don't mind people not liking M's new music. The people I'm talking about are the ones that jump into this conversation and say stuff like, y'all acting like Eminem wasn't the most popular artist in the universe at one point. His Marshall Mathers LP album sold over 20 million copies. The Eminem show sold over 20 million copies. All of that stuff means absolutely nothing to what we're discussing right now. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about when people bring up old stuff the artist did, even though that's not what the conversation is about. If the person doing the critique was saying Eminem was never a good artist, then you could bring up stuff from his entire career. But if someone is telling you Eminem's past 3 albums were garbage, and you start bringing up albums, record sales, and a bunch of stuff he did in the early 2000s, you are completely missing the point of the conversation. Nobody is talking about his older music. He has his credit for that. He was on top of the world back then. We all know this. We're talking about his music now, the recent stuff. So all of his awards, all of his record sales from back in the day, that has nothing to do with his most recent albums. For the other sentence, who's a lame rapper we can pick on? No, not him. I know it gotta be some easy target out there. Perfect. Oh yeah, this nigga. Now, Bow Wow has been in the news many of times for doing something corny or lame. For a grown man, he does a lot of childish stuff. And when he gets called out for it, he plays the victim card saying, hey, y'all don't know how hard my life has been. Y'all don't know me. I've been doing this since I was 5 years old. Blah, blah, blah. So the thing that always happens when Bow Wow was in the news for some foolery he did, his die-hard fans always show up saying stuff like, y'all acting like y'all wasn't bumping Shorty Like Mine back in the day. Y'all acting like this man isn't a legend, that he didn't give us some dope hits in the 2000s. This is another example of bringing up stuff that has nothing to do with the conversation. Yes, Bow Wow has made several songs that lots of people enjoy. We give him that. What does that have to do with him being a cornball now and in recent years? Nobody is acting like Bow Wow didn't have good songs. I don't know why all 11 of you Bow Wow fans keep saying that. Every time Bow gets clowned by something, I see so many people saying, y'all acting like y'all wasn't listening to his music back in the day. Like, yes, like we were. Like, he had some good shit. We can admit that. But what does that have to do with all of the nonsense that he's doing now? So if you're one of the people that says either of these 2 sentences, stop. Just stop. Stay focused on the conversation. If we're talking about the rapper in the modern day, stop bringing up stuff they did decades ago, because that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I already know the same thing is going to happen several years from now. It's going to be the middle of the 2020s decade. Drake might be in the news doing some nonsense or start making trash music. And then somebody out there is going to be like, y'all acting like Drake didn't run the whole 2010s decade. He was on top of the game the whole 10 years. Even though that's not what the conversation is about. I already see it coming.
A message to the Oreo cookie. No matter how much you want to switch, here's what they think about you.
Bro, I hate this right here so much. Okay, now first of all, I never claimed that I even owned a hip-hop card. Cause like I always tell people, I'm just a fan of the music, and I just overall love listening to all of the different genres of hip-hop. I've never actually gave myself the title of hip-hop historian. I mean, I will admit that I have a lot of knowledge of the genre, but I don't know every damn thing. And this right here is just one of the many qualifications that can lead to someone's hip-hop card being revoked. Like, damn, man, how do you not know that 50 Cent got shot 9 times? Bro, hip-hop card revoked. Hold on, wait a minute. You ain't never seen Nelly slide the credit card down a girl booty crack in the tip drill video? Hip-hop card revoked. Like, check this out. Somebody doesn't have to know everything about the genre to be considered a hip-hop purist or a hip-hop whatever. And to use myself as an example again, back in 2016, I shared with the world my top 20 rap albums of all time. And a lot of albums in my top 20 were very obscure. So you had a lot of people commenting, bro, where are the essentials? Where's Nas Illmatic? Dude, you don't have 50 Cent Gets Rich or Die Trying? Bro, where's Dr. Dre's Chromatic? You don't have the M&M show? Are you stupid? Wait a minute, brother. How can you make a top 20 without any MF Doom? Not even just a liquid swords? What is this guy, stupid? Guess what, buddy? Hip-hop card revoked. Bro, on the real, I don't even know what accent that was. That was crazy. But yeah, a lot of people were saying that my hip-hop card was revoked because I didn't have a lot of the essential rap albums or the albums that people thought I should have. Like, do people not understand what my top 20 means? It means my top 20. It don't mean everybody else top 20. Another reason that my hip hop card was being revoked is because I had a lot of horrorcore in my top 20. You know, I had Esham in there, Closed Casket, Cool Keith, First Come First Serve, Necro Gory Days, Brother Lynch Hung, Season of the Sickness, and a lot of people was in there talking about some, bro, what is all of this horror stuff, bro? This isn't real hip hop. Dude, you don't even deserve your hip hop card. Like, what are you doing, man? This is stupid, bro. You're weird, man. Bro, all I gotta say to y'all people is, man, y'all special. Because like I said in the beginning of this rant, I never claimed to have a hip hop card. I don't even know what a hip hop card look like. If you ask me, the hip hop card is imaginary, and y'all just trying to find ways to seem like y'all some hip hop historians about this mug. And a lot of y'all that do this, bro, y'all come off as lame. I ain't even gonna fake it with you. So with that being said, y'all can have a goof ass imaginary hip hop card. I don't want it. Y'all can have it. Rip it. Shove it up your ass. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Let me listen to my horrorcore in peace. While you over there pretending like you listen to Tupac, Rakim, and all them in order to keep your hip hop card. Cause all y'all so-called hip hop historians is one track minded, and y'all need to break up out of them chains, goddamn me.
Outro, outro.